Take 2. We are talking about today a Mew and Mewtwo campaign happening on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet until 17th for Mewtwo and 18th for Mew. What you can do is get Mew and you can challenge Mewtwo in a Terra raid. I went to a game shop recently, but last month, and saw that campaign, and then I accessed Nintendo account for the first time last weekend without knowing what I had to do to get the right to access Mewtwo. And I've been playing Pokemon Violet since June. My boyfriend got me Pokemon Violet, and I've been playing on and off. And I was enjoying leveling up my Pokemon to level 100 as usually do. Well, even though the last Pokemon game I did before this was Gold and Silver 20 years ago. And I was enjoying that without challenging Pokemon League or any sort. And then I realized that I had to do this and this and this and this and that and that and that to meet Mewtwo. That's included completing the game, seeing the ending, which includes Pokemon League, Team Star, which is like Team Rocket, and Area Zero, the climax of the game, the ending of it. And then after the ending, you're supposed to do go on a gym tour again, 8 of them, and then do unlock a school battle contest and or win 4 battles, and then do 4-star or 5-star race 10 times. So I thought it was not really possible for me to go that far within a week until this weekend. It's this weekend, so but I did. I spent about 8 hours every day doing Mew, training Mew, and I finished the game really quickly. I recorded them all, but I really wanted to make this video first because time is running out. This is what's happening during this campaign. As you see, that's this is on Scarlet and Violet Pokemon.com official account, official webpage. Get Mew and Mewtwo. Add Mew to your team and challenge Mewtwo. And literally, Mew can remember any move, and Mew can be of any Terra type. You get a Mew of level 5, and you confront Mewtwo of level 100. So once you get your Mew, you will train Mew, raise the level to 100 ideally, and then learn specific attacks and go to Mewtwo race. And this is a schedule. So I speedrun it. My Mew was level 100, but then when I first faced Mewtwo, I had no idea how you can reduce any HP of Mewtwo. You wouldn't reduce 1 millimeter of Mewtwo's HP with just basic, ordinary, really strong attacks. And with Miraidon and Mew, really strong Pokemon in our team. And but even then I tried like 20 times. I just jumped into Mewtwo raid 20, 30 times. Recorded them all, but it was just too much, so I don't have them anymore. But then sometimes you get to attack Mewtwo good enough that you can reduce about half of its HP, which is a celebration time. We did it! We did it, Mew! But then Mewtwo wouldn't ever be defeated. And then I thought, because I saw so many Mews on our team, I just joined online raid and I was looking at other Mews, and then they all have a bug terrestrialization, so bug terra type, because it's strong against psychic. And I didn't have that. My Mew is, I think, on ground type terra, and I didn't have enough bug terra shot. So you need 30. You need 50? Sorry, I suddenly forgot. I think it's 30 or 50 of them to change your Terra type, but I only had 11. And I couldn't find any bug Terra rays to get them. I was going to give up, but then I gave up on getting the bug Terra, and instead I jumped into Mewtwo rays again, and I kept on going, which didn't end in success. And then Devastated Me found a YouTube channel talking about how you can defeat Mewtwo. I was wondering if any Pokemon expert attacked Mewtwo so successfully that it could, no, do anything to Mewtwo, because I couldn't reduce, like, more than two. I mean, yes, half we did, like, at most. But whether you can, oh, defeat is too good, but, like, go close to it, because I thought it was the impossible challenge given to human beings. Human species, Mewtwo was too strong for humans today. So I watched the YouTube, watched this over and over again. I'll put the YouTube I watched in the description. And then noted down, I took screenshot and I was watching it while I was playing Mewtwo Raid. And then, yeah, finally, that, but I couldn't really follow through the whole procedure that was recommended, because, you know, it's always um, for some reason, but I definitely use the tips. And my message here in this video is that if I can do it, you can do it. So, and we still have 2 more days to go. So I want to show you first what it looks like when you first approach Mewtwo Raid. So that was one of them that I did, quite a recent one. And as you see, the time is running out really quickly, but the HP doesn't go any down at all. And it was like fast forward, and one time Mew was frozen like 80% of the time while I was in the raid. And another time when after attacking 3 times, time runs out. Time ran out. So, as I said, it seemed very much impossible. But then, last night, I'm still... I mean, this is the take 2. I created a video before, but it was just... I was panicking the whole time, so I didn't really do a good YouTube video. So I'm speaking again, so I'm a little less emotional, but I want to show you. And I was crying while I was watching the video. I don't know what happened this time, but I'd like to watch it together with you. And I'd like to show you what we've done. I played that raid, which ended in success, with three players that I don't know in real life. So I just went online and joined Terra Raid, and that was posted online. And I'll talk about it after watching the video. Let's watch it. So, Mud Slap lowered the accuracy of Mewtwo, and Bulk Up obviously bulks up Mew, strengthened Mew, but Mewtwo sometimes clears the stats changes of Mewtwo and ours. So, but Mewtwo does that at exact same timing in every single raid. So if we see that, for instance, if you think Mewtwo is clearing its own stats change, then you do Mud Slap after that, and then if Mewtwo is going to do that to us, then Bulk Up later, kind of thing. But I mean, it's recommended to do many of them continuously, but it's still effective, just one or two of them too. And one thing I learned was that Leech Life is used after terrestrialization. So Leech Life without it is not really effective at all. And one more thing is Ice Beam, very often it's not very effective, but sometimes it freezes you almost permanently. But Mew can release itself if you're lucky, they do that kind of quite immediately usually. So in that interaction I was watching the YouTube video, he was talking about the timing and which attack should be used at what timing, and this is so late already that Mewtwo has, you know, almost 70% of its HP, and we're running out of, we lost about more than 1/3 of the time. I did not have hopes up, but I just needed to think and see that's our side. So I have to do Bulk Up again at least twice, I would say, twice or 3 times. But Ice Beam is, Mewtwo does Ice Beam first in the beginning of the raid battle, and then later in the raid battle Mewtwo starts doing Aura Sphere, and then in the end Psy Strike. The Psy Strike is not really effective to Mew, but Aura Sphere is the one you want to watch out. So see, do you see the 2 Mews? They have Bug Terror type, because that's the most effective and that's the strongest against. You receive less damage from Mewtwo as well. So it's a deal if you could get it. So if you have a Bug Terror shard, totally recommend it, I think. And many of the times, Mewtwo recovers its whole health point after passing through that half point. It's a rest? I think it was rest. Mewtwo doesn't have a rest as an attack, but Oh my. Someone has a really strong attack in our team. And this time Mewtwo didn't recover its health point. That was... I don't know if it's based on luck or it's... They sometimes do it, they sometimes don't. But because I lost it before, because Mewtwo recovers its health point halfway through, but just can you see? I'm sure some of the Mews are just... you know, can you imagine how relieved I was when the Mew that's next to me had the water type Terrasolization. I was like, oh, thank god. I'm not bug 2. So by using Mew against Mewtwo in the raid, Mew automatically strengthens its and gains HP. It says buff on HP and other stats. So it's recommended to use Mew. Sorry, I'm not looking up Google right now, so... I was desperate to use bulk up then. I needed to do that at least 3 times, I'd say, before leeching life. calm mind. Last night, I I was so focused on the battle, I was speechless but screaming at the same time, and I couldn't close my mouth. I was almost drooling, and I wanted to put makeup on and film then my actual reaction live, but I just couldn't stand up from my chair, and I was almost rolling on the floor. So this is a take two, as I say, take two of watching and talking about this raid battle. So I'm a little bit more calm, but I still cried. I mean, I was crying waterfall last time, so I'm I'm sure you want to see my actual reaction, but I was crying and I was expressing everything possibly can be emitted from a person. So the technique taught by the YouTube video was mud slap to lower the accuracy so you received less damage on Mew, and then Mew bulks up as much as you can and attack with leech life. And by leeching life you can recover your health point. So it depends on the partner too, because sometimes you run out of either mud slap or no, mud slap usually. And mud slap doesn't go up to more than 16 pp. So if you run out of 16 pp of mud slap, you can't go any further. So you want to balance out bulk up and mud slap, because Mewtwo, as I said, clears the stats change, and you don't want to do that just before Mewtwo clears its stats change. Keep mud slapping and then it's gone. But it's work. It's still effective, like one or two of them. So one or two of mud slap and bulk up, and make sure you're terrestrialized when you're using leech life or anything an offensive attack. Whenever Mew is attacked, like literally like this, I'm like, no, that's my Mew. Don't attack. Don't hurt my Mew. Then when Mewtwo fell to Mew, I'm like, Mew won this. Oh, I'm crying again. I'm totally crying again. Mew won this. Mew won this. Did you see that? Did you see that? Mew. Mew. Okay, I'll do this in private time. I won't do that on a YouTube. Um, so I'm not a gaming expert, and I like Pokemon, but I'm not good at Pokemon. But the YouTube is tremendously helpful, and just, but you can't do exactly the same thing. So you just follow through and be creative about it and use anything. I think the Muse I watched used Struggle Bug and Sword Dance, but usually and Life Dew, but usually the attack was Leech Life because it's helpful for you too. Mew helpful to you too. And so in Japan we still have 2 more days until Mewtwo raids end, and I hope I can upload this as soon as I can, so some of you might utilize, I mean, get encouraged that I could do it without even having Mew to begin with, or didn't even complete the game to begin with. And surprisingly enough, it's my second Mewtwo. I had one in Pokemon Go, but Pokemon Go's raid is different. It's, you can join, like 20 people can battle against the same boss. And in what I played before was red, green, yellow, and because I was in Japan, and gold and silver, but I never saw Mewtwo. So it's my officially in this line of Pokemon games. The first time I encountered Mewtwo, and once you get it, I got Mewtwo, so I can't get another Mewtwo, and I can raid them. I can raid another Mewtwo, but I can't get one, just one for each. Isn't it surprising that I did it? Anyway, hope I can upload other videos too, which I speedrun the whole story of Pokemon Violet. I love this game. There is so much more to do after completing the game too, and campaigns are always fun too. I don't know if I forgot something to say, but after watching the Mewtwo video, I'm totally emotional and I'm not productive anymore to speak about anything. So I guess I'll end this video here, but hope this video was somewhat helpful or entertaining to some of you. Thank you for watching. I'll I'll do that emotional moment with Mew after this. Bye.